Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. The Steelers will be trimming their roster down to 53 players in just a couple of days. That list of players may not be the same by the Week 1 season opener at the New York Jets. It may not even be the same a day or two later. Finalizing the roster initially means deciding which players give the team the best chance to win, of course. But there is also a component of which players will be headed to IR and when, and how to make sure they are available to the Steelers when they are available to take the field. Each NFL team can designate 2 players for injured reserve with a designation to return on cutdown day, without those players taking space on the 53-man roster. The Steelers used that option for offensive tackle Dylan Cook and edge Jeremiah Moon last year. Any other players going to IR without a place on the 53-man roster will miss the chance to come back at all this season. That was the case for Ryan Watts and Julius Welshoff last year. Any player that is designated to return must miss a minimum of 4 games, and a bye week does not count as part of that total. With a bye week coming early in Week 5 after the trip to Ireland, that means that any player going to IR now won't be back until Week 6. And that brings us to Cory Trice Jr. The former 7th-round pick slid far down in the draft due to injury concerns. His rookie training camp was cut short by an ACL tear that basically gave him a redshirt season. His second year started well, with an interception in Week 2, but he missed most of that season on IR with a hamstring injury. He was eventually activated on December 5th and returned for the last 2 games of the regular season and the wildcard round. He has missed all 3 preseason games this year with yet another hamstring injury, sustained during the Friday Night Lights practice. Trice is still making his way back from that injury, but limited to individual work on the sideline. Yesterday, he told reporters that he is targeting Week 1 for his return and should be 100% in time for that game. The Steelers will now have a tough decision to make on Trice, a player who has showed tremendous promise, but hasn't been able to stay healthy enough to play a majority of a season yet. If he really is close to a full go, it doesn't make sense to put him on IR and use that designated to return slot on him. But with the cornerback room packed with talent, there may not be room for a player that hasn't fully participated in over 3 weeks in practice. If the Steelers cut Trice, he would then have to make it through waivers before they added him to the practice squad. He could land with another team. Unfortunately, that risk may be the path that the Steelers choose. And Trice, who is hoping to avoid IR, may instead be lucky to land there if he doesn't make the 53 at all. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.